maybe we'll start seeing Omega turn up the pace a little bit, but still in a more controlled state. The BOD is what Kelra needs to be fully activated at this point of the game.
Speaking of Kelra, his tier 1 has been pushed in, so that's easier said than done, definitely. An engagement here, Chaknu stretching out.
Chaknu getting a stretch in, just giving the vision as well. SD, half health. He's got to be careful here. Now Ryzen joining the party, bend things. A lot of this poke, but look, finally, a turret is taken out again here. Cram, gonna back off too.
Here's what I'm talking about. Omega, they know that they have priority on most engagements, but it seems like TNC is playing on a whole other wavelength. TNC is playing the map. Yeah. TNC is thinking not of the late game, because you are going to lose that against Omega for many different reasons, but they are playing the mid-game spike.
And this is TNC respecting the team fighting capabilities here of Omega. They didn't even try to force something into getting that turtle. They gave it to Omega as well. Yes, it's the first 3 turtles of the game. The gold lead is starting to get a little bit out of hand, but it's close enough that TNC, as long as they can find a well-executed skirmish, then TNC can turn it around in their favor.
Lord. This is a tough thing.
Yeah, no. I was going to say that Lord is up next, and this may be where TNC turns it around, unless Omega, again, puts him in a position where they doubt themselves.
And at the same time, Escalera also just needs to land one major Abyssal Arrow. An Abyssal Arrow with the members of TNC close by enough to burst is going to be good enough. Chaknu charging it up.
Chaknu goes in once again, and Ben Thing's able to survive here. Turret's going to be worked on. They do want to get this turret down. They open up the map some more. Omega definitely does. Ooh. Okay, they're going to get it there. So they finally get this one down. That's going to be huge. SD now going to be focused off out of his jungle, so he's not going to be able to get this purple buff either.
Operation Chokeout has begun. Now Omega, I can see it, I can feel it in the way that they're playing and what decisions they're making, is they know that they're one step closer into TNC's court, as you will. They're closer to eventually making that goal.
Yeah, now, you know, the thing is, too, with that big pickup from Yasuo, it's like, we haven't seen much because they're actually playing pretty smart here. That's going to be the way of the dragon, not going to be a followed up. Chaknu going to be okay. But again, this is TNC actually pacing very well considering their situation. So there's still a big threat here from TNC.
Abyssal Arrow, it needs to connect, but it needs to connect at a target that can be bursted down. And at this point, that's just mainly Kelra on the Beatrix. And now Omega, that steady pace can go much faster. And this is them speeding it up, trying to go for Escalera. But nope, no play there. They just give enough space so that they have control in the Lord Pit. Close to 9 minutes in, 3K, a gold lead for Omega.
Well, if you think about it, it's going better than game number 1 for Omega here. But now the Lord's going to be actually started. Cram trying to get some vision once again. He is on that Grok. Has the sprint available too. No arrow going to land just yet. Lord, less than half health. Who's going to be able to secure this one? There's the way of the dragon. It's going to be landed here. Chaknu could be in trouble. He does get the Timer's Rage out, but he's taken out here. That's one down for Omega. And the Lord's going to reset, but they respond. Kelra finds Yasuo.
The Filipinos savage. Wow. So the fact that he wasn't dying in game number 1 wasn't much of a difference, but now in game number 2, it seems to be the difference maker.
Escalera taken out here. Now this is the time for Omega to go ahead and start up the Lord. They should be able to have free reign on this, but in the jungle, also look at the zoning potential coming out from Renzio. This is going to be a nice, easy Lord for Omega.
Nothing. Omega played the roundabout way. They wanted to make sure that every single step was certain. They were not letting any cracks through, and eventually they got their first big major objective, and pushed a few turrets along the way.
Now Omega can just push with the Lord. They might be able to get a few inhibitors. If they don't, that's fine. They're already in control. They're playing faster, but still controlled. This is what I like about it. They've been playing at a steady pace all throughout, waiting for their specific power spikes to speed things up. And then in the moments where they speed up and find something, they slow it back down in a more controlled state. Omega definitely learned and adjusted from game number 1.
Oh, SD, you're in trouble, buddy! Ryzen finds SD and takes him down. And again, the Lord is still up. Going to make its way up the top lane. The rest of Omega focusing around this side of the jungle. Ben Thing's got to be careful. He's going to get pushed out of the jungle. And now the response for TNC's defense.
These little corners in the map, especially the jungle, are basically no man's land for TNC members. And now they're going to slowly get trapped in their base, and it's a slow choke, a procedural dissection of what TNC's assault or offensive gameplay may be. Man, Omega definitely earning that name, the Comeback Kings, but we're extending that comeback from game 1 to game 2.
Yeah,
it's a long run.
It's a long run. Look at the assault here. Going to crack open the base of TNC. Omega definitely having a better game here. Now look at the gold lead. The turrets are going to fall here. No arrows able to connect here from Escalera. And right now TNC trying to do their best to defend. The falling star move comes in from Renzio. That's going to be another turret taken. Omega going to play the smart game here. And they're going to back off.
That's what I said earlier. Omega can get a couple of inhibitors, and they did. Just 2 towers remaining in TNC. The two ones in that bottom lane. Omega will just wait for the next Lord, and with the next Lord, they can end it there. It's not impossible for TNC to make a comeback, but it's difficult for them to do that with a lineup such as this. Cram can definitely make a play to punish Omega maybe being a bit too excited to end the game, catch them off guard, and just have Yasuo burst them down, SDZYC, Z as well as Calera. That might get them something, but it won't get them a wipeout. It'll probably get them 2-3 kills that'll force Omega to just go back a bit to give a bit more room for TNC. But with how Omega is playing, I will be surprised if they force an error like that, or if they commit an error like that at this point.
Discipline seems to be key for Omega. About 15 seconds away from that Lord. Yeah. And if you'll notice, Chaknu put up that sticker in honor of their fallen besties in Bren. They are looking to avenge the M2 World Champions in this battle, which also had quite the history with the franchise at TNC.
Yeah, and right now, man, Omega, they're going to go ahead and start up this Lord. They're going to be able to do it quite quick, too. Meanwhile, SD at the top. Omega should be fine. Once again, 9K gold lead. Etu Max trying to zone out. Ben thinks. Here comes SD. He's going to be able to fight off this one. They're not too sure they want to actually commit to this. Look at the jungle. Now the action comes in. Yasuo's taken out. It was a bait and a disaster so far. Ben thinks now the focus has to flicker out. Can he actually survive here? The follow-up comes in. Wade the Dragon is trying to survive, but it's only a matter of time. He's taken down into the dirt here. And Omega, once again, not letting up.
They gotta clear the waves.
It's over. It's over. The masterful corralling of the members of TNC have resulted in a blitz by Omega, just scattering the lost members, the left